राज्यर 30 जाक जिले में कागज विहीन कोर्ट आज यार शुभारंभ करा सुप्रीम कोर्टर प्रधान विचारपति जस्टिस यू ललित यार शुभारंभ कर कार्यक्रम में सुप्रीम कोर्टर विचारपति जस्टिस डी.वाई. चंद्रचूड़ जस्टिस एम.आर. शाह जोग देइछन्ति।
Chief Postmaster General of the Odisha Circle and other officials of his establishment. At relatively short notice, they have been able to organize today's launch of a special postal cover and a set of picture postcards to celebrate the High Court's 75th year. This is perhaps the first time the High Court of Odisha will feature on a postal cover. My colleagues present both on and off the dais join me in welcoming the Advocate General Shri Ashok Parija, the Assistant Solicitor General Shri P.K. Padi, the President and Office Bearers of the Odisha High Court Bar Association. I extend a warm welcome to the Chief Secretary, Government of Odisha, the Additional Chief Secretary, Home, Government of Odisha, Shri Bansal, the Director General of Police, the Chief Executive Officer of the Odisha Computer Application Center, OCAC, which has supplied all the equipment necessary for today's launch of the paperless courts in the districts. I wish to acknowledge the wholesome and timely support that the High Court has received from the Government of Odisha, without which many of these initiatives would not be possible. I extend a warm welcome to the senior advocates, members of the bar, and our own judicial officers. I welcome our registry officials, the Director, Odisha Judicial Academy, the Member Secretary, Odisha Legal Services, State Legal Services Authority, who worked hard to organize this event, and members of the print and electronic media. I know that the time is short, and I too am waiting to hear the distinguished dignitaries on the dais. The launch of paperless courts in the districts as part of the 75th year celebration of our High Court is a significant step in the building of a digital ecosystem, which has already seen the launch of a slew of measures in the High Court and in each of the 30 districts in Odisha. This includes introduction of the electronic court fee payment system, setting up of the e-filing stations in every one of the 30 districts, e-service kendras, training of advocates and clerks in e-filing, e-libraries for the bar, virtual courtrooms, vulnerable witness deposition centers, scanning stations, provision of SCC online to each judicial officer, training of judicial officers and the district court staff in the use of virtual courtrooms and VWDCs and now paperless courts, provision of parallel rail-tel connectivity in addition to the BSNL lease lines. Very soon we will be providing each judicial officer a touchscreen laptop which can be used to conduct a paperless court, thereby scaling up the number of paperless courts significantly. This has been possible due to the unstinting cooperation of my colleagues in the High Court, the judicial officers in the districts, particularly those who have volunteered to have paperless courts, and of course, the state government. While the judiciary in Odisha has been ready to embrace the positive changes that have resulted from the adaptation of technology in the working of courts, lawyers and clerks require some handholding in the initial phase. Therefore, these changes are being ushered in a phased manner while providing at the same time training on the use of technology to lawyers and their clerks. I must add here that judicial officers who are master trainers are themselves providing training to lawyers and law clerks in the districts as well. The increased use of technology has indeed improved the efficiency in the working of the judiciary in Odisha. Shaking off the COVID-induced slowing down in 2021, the Odisha High Court has in less than 9 months in 2022 already disposed of 95,000 cases, and in the same period, the district courts have disposed of close to 3 lakh cases. As far as digitization of old records is concerned, the High Court has in the past year alone digitized over 5 lakh case records. The corresponding cumulative figure of the 4 district digitization centers in the districts is around 3.5 lakhs. The launch of the paperless courts in the 30 districts of Odisha is a significant milestone in the growth of the Indian judiciary. The mission is to have not only a truly modern, but a model judiciary in Odisha. All of this is with one aim, which is to provide better access to quality justice for the people of Odisha. I am extremely grateful to the distinguished dignitaries, and I may add, we are extremely delighted to have Mrs. Lalit, Mrs. Amita Lalit, with us present on this august occasion. I thank everyone who has made this moment possible. Jai Hind.
I must state here that it is only the efforts of your lordship which has taken state judiciary of Odisha to a different level in field of digitization and case disposal system, computerization, and so many other fields which Odisha judiciary has seen in the last 1.5 years. Thank you, my lord, for the warm and heartfelt welcome extended to our honorable guests and the words of encouragement along with your constant guidance. Moving on, it is my utmost honor to humbly request His Lordship, Honorable Mr. Justice Uday Umesh Lalit, the Chief Justice of India, to inaugurate the paperless courts in the districts of Odisha. My lord. Now, with the kind consent of the Chief Guest, His Lordship Honorable Mr. Justice Uday Umesh Lalit, Chief Justice of India, we will screen a short presentation on the paperless courts.
Working of paperless court. India has a multi-level court system. There has been a high backlog of cases in Indian courts over the years as a result of the court's growing workload. A significant portion of the delay is attributed to the cumbersome paperwork that makes up the foundation of the court system. As the years pass, the case file accumulates with the petitions, memos, documents and their copies, citations of case laws, etc., making it increasingly difficult to organize and requires more manpower and storage space. Moreover, the handwritten order sheets and depositions fade away with passage of time, making them illegible and hard to decipher. An innovative concept of paperless courts has been envisioned and tested in the Apex Court and different high courts to address these issues and to provide speedy justice. In a traditional court, case information is available to a judge through a case information system.